we are making a turkey today. We are going to make it the way my mama made it growing up, and we have made it all different kinds of ways, and this is still our favorite way to do it. Okay, I'm going to show you the whole process. So you're going to start with your bird. You're going to have out a little pan for your giblets, and we're going to cook those for our giblet gravy. I'm going to go ahead and pull off a bunch of these paper towels because we're going to dry the bird, and after I touch it, I don't want to reach up there. Okay, so I'm going to take this netting off the outside, and these are on sale. I don't normally buy Butterball. I buy store brand, but if they're on sale and they're cheaper than the store brand, then heck yeah, you buy it. This has a roasting chart, I'm sure, in it, so you need to look at it. You're going to look at the tag from the turkey, and this one weighs 14.62 pounds, so we'll just say 15 pounds. So I'm just going to rinse the bird, and I'm going to try not to splatter the water, because you don't want to splatter the juice from the turkey all over your countertops or behind your sink. Look, there's the tail. I might put it in there with the giblets. And that way it'll give me just a little bit more meat, because I want a little bit of meat for my giblets, okay? I still got the skin there. Make sure when you cut your tail off, it's over here, that you still keep your skin to put your little legs in, okay? I'm going to dry the bird with these paper towels, because we're going to rub it down with some butter, and the butter's not going to stick to it if it's wet. All right, I washed my hands, I moved my rack, I moved my pot out of the way. This is the dry side of the bird, so we are going to flip it upside down on the dry side onto my roasting rack. And now we're going to dry this side. I'm even going to put this in the middle and dry out the cavity a little bit once I'm done. We're just going to leave these in the sink for now. Now my bird is dry. So I'm just going to take this lemon and I'm going to rub down the inside of the bird. And you can squeeze it if you want to and then rub it. Do a good job rubbing it down, okay? A lot of the grocery stores are carrying a poultry blend. Instead of having to buy them separately, you can buy the blend. And it is rosemary, sage, and thyme, and it's delicious. So I buy this packet to go in my turkey. This is the poultry blend. I got it out and I rinsed it really good. So it's ready to go inside the turkey. You can actually, if you want to, just kind of twist them a little bit, get those good juices flowing from them, and then just stuff them in there. That does make a difference. You can smell it when you do that. Then for your garlic, and you're going to press it really good so that all of its juices and flavors will come out as well. So you don't want to just stick them in there whole. You're going to smash them first. You're going to put those inside the bird as well. You're going to take an onion and you're going to slice it and put it inside the bird. And I'm going to use another part of an onion to go on the outside, but this one's going on the inside. So we're going to pick it up, take it to the cavity. I also have some green onion I'm going to stuff in there. So now the bird is stuffed, but only with seasoning. That's how I do it. Now you can see all of those delicious herbs in there. We've got pressed garlic, we've got rosemary, we've got thyme, we've got sage, we've got onion. It's just going to be delicious, y'all. So now I'm just going to take, since we got the inside stuffed, we're going to take the legs and put them back under the skin so that it's ready to roast. So now we're going to rub this with butter, and that's the whole reason it needs to be dry. If you think you need to dry it again, go right ahead at this point and give it a good patting dry. I think I'm going to do that right quick before I get my hands dirty. And y'all remember, this is edited, so I do wash my hands in between things. Y'all don't see me do it, but I do it. All right, I'm going to take at least half the butter. If you don't want to do it this way, of course, you can baste it with You can melt it and then pour it on the bird and rub it around. There's not a wrong or right way to cook for families. They have their own tastes. So never think that your way is the only way, because where my family may not like the taste of smoked turkey, your family may absolutely love the taste of smoked turkey. Now, this is where you can change up, of course, my recipe. If you like a different blend of spices in general, absolutely use them on your turkey. My sister uses a lot of spices on her turkey. I know in the movies and a lot of people on TV roast the turkey breast side up and they want it to be pretty on the table. I'm completely opposite. I like to slice my turkey and have it served on a platter on the table so that nobody has to wait on a slice of turkey. And I like to always make it breast side down because then all the juices go down into the breast meat. If you do that, you can flip it over once it's done, but the skin will probably stick to the rack some. So don't expect it to be beautiful, but you can still do it that way. And it tastes delicious. I would recommend you cook it like I do. Flip it over in the end, roast it at 400, like I say in the directions. Just if you really want it on the table, do it that way. It's not going to be as pretty and everybody's going to look at it, but once they take a bite, they're going to be like, oh, this is the best turkey I've ever tasted. And we're going to do the same thing on this side that we did on the other. Now, at this point, you can use a piece of pork belly because it's nice and got a lot of fat on it, and let that drip down on this turkey. You can also slice bacon and put it across the top if you'd like to for some flavor. That's totally up to you. Now we're going to put some onion down in this roasting pan, and we're going to put some liquid in the bottom. Now, I like to use apple juice, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to use chicken broth, and that's absolutely fine. I don't have any pork belly, but I think I'm going to use bacon today first, just to make it a little different. I'm making more than one turkey this year. Bacon is really expensive right now, so if you don't want to spend money to do this, I'm telling you, your turkey will still be absolutely delicious. This is not a requirement, it is an option. All right, we're just going to lift this cavity up some. And you can do this before you put it in. I just did this, it was an afterthought. I'm going to shove it all the way in there so that it puts some bacon grease into that turkey breast. All right. You need at least a cup of apple juice, half cup of water. I'm just going to use some of this and pour it down in the bottom. And that way it will help steam it. I don't know how big your roasting pan is, so just put it down in there until you think it's good. You at least want to cover the bottom for sure. Now we're going to cover this with foil, okay? We want all those juices to stay in the turkey and not come out of the turkey. Now I'm going to use foil to cover my bird. I'm trying to take it easy today. I'm trying not to lift a whole lot and do a whole lot. So Chris is going to come in here and place this in the oven for us. I did get an antibiotic, but you can see that my arm is red and kind of swollen. And it kind of usually starts here and ends here. If it travels into my hand or up higher, that's when I have to go in. Last night I had a fever of 101.8. So I was pretty sick. Today I'm feeling really good. I don't have a fever and I did get an antibiotic. All right, here comes Chris.
Turkey is in the oven.
Woohoo! We're going to check on our turkey. I'm going to put a thermometer in it. It's been in there close to 4 hours. All right. Always go a little longer than they tell you to. But now if you like it just falling apart done, you got to go even longer than that. It's heavy. Be careful when you pick it up and move it because it will have juices in the bottom and you don't want to slosh them out. And we're going to take this completely off. I just don't want to get burned in the process. So I like to let it release a little bit of its steam and heat. That's why we're doing this, okay? Aluminum cools off quick, so it's usually cool enough to touch to pull it off the bird. It looks like it's falling apart done to me because the wings have separated from the meat. I'm going to stick this into it and just see what kind of temperature we're getting. 185. It only has to be to 170, but deep in the breast. Look, it's hot. 199, 200. I'd say that bird is done. Now, I'm just going to see what it would be like if I tried to flip it over. So if you want to do this part, you can. And then you would get it back centered like this. Then you would put it back in there at 400 degrees. And you'd keep it at 400 degrees until it's nice and toasty looking. So I'm not browning my turkey. I know it's not pretty, but it's going to be absolutely delicious. I don't brown it because I just cut it off there and I serve it on a platter. I don't serve it like this on the table. So we'll come back after 20 minutes and it has time to sit, and we'll carve it and put it out on a platter and give it a taste. All right, we're going to carve this bird. I'm going to cut this fat off for the legs. And when I serve it, lots of times, I will actually cut the leg and put it on the plate. You can take this off if you don't like the looks of it. It's up to you, because I didn't brown it. But I just like to put a leg on the plate. And you can do both that way if you want to. And a lot of people that like the dark meat will pick up the turkey leg. What I like about this knife, this is a carving knife, and it is a Rada knife. And see how long it is? So when you're carving something like a turkey, it's really nice because it goes all the way through from one side to the other. You want to take your knife and cut across the bottom as far as you can, so that when you cut through the meat, it will actually detach from the bottom and you can pick it up like that. Boy, it looks moist and good. Juice is coming through the meat. It's just very juicy. And see how pretty those slices are, y'all? And that's how you carve a turkey. You got to have a good knife and just cut along the bottom and then slice through. Now, this is not a real big turkey. That's fine. And then you could put your dark meat on a different side of the plate. So we're just going to pick it up. When it's good and done like this, you can just pull it off. Lay it on the plate. A beautiful turkey. Now, I'll finish carving this turkey. But another thing that I do always, is I take a big spoon when I'm done and I baste my meat with it. Always. Now, this platter is not available for sale. I got it at a Black Friday sale, actually, years ago. Years and years ago, probably 10 years ago, a Black Friday sale after Thanksgiving. They had the whole set at JCPenney. It had all of everything to go with it. It was an amazing set. Now that I've said that it was a Black Friday sale, I would love for y'all to shop through our website this Black Friday. All right, so after you enjoy your Thanksgiving and you get ready to buy somebody something for Christmas or yourself something for Christmas, all you have to do is click on Collard Valley Cooks, go to Shop Now, and pull down the menu, pick anything. Just pull down the menu and click it, pick anything you want to pick, go in there, and as long as you enter Amazon through one of my links, you can buy absolutely anything for anybody for Christmas. and it goes to our account, and we do receive a commission, and we appreciate it very much. It helps me buy new things for the kitchen. I wouldn't have this gorgeous kitchen if it weren't for you guys shopping through my Amazon links. It really does help. And it does help me get new things to show you guys. I guess I could taste this turkey. Chris has already tasted it. It is good. And the bacon does give it a really good flavor. One more thing I meant to tell you is have your salt handy when you go to slicing this turkey, and salt it as you go. Because anytime you got meat inside of a bird like that, it's not going to be salty enough. So make sure that you add the salt on the platter you're serving it on. I personally think everybody should carve their turkey, have it out on a platter when people get there, and that you shouldn't have to wait on it. But now some people use it as a family tradition, and they let somebody carve the turkey. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video on how me and my mama made turkey when I was young, and we loved it this way. I hope you try it. A lot of people do, and they say it's super tender and juicy, and it tastes so good. We thank you so much for watching Collard Valley Cooks and letting us be a part of your family's holiday traditions. We'll see you next time on Collard Valley Cooks, cooking like our mamas did. Bye, y'all. We love you.